Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you to all my subscribers and thank you to my new subscribers. Yeah, I've had quite a few again recently. If you have recently subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon and then you will get notification of all my videos when they come up. If you're watching for the first time and you haven't subscribed, give it a whirl, subscribe, see what I'm up to. See what the crazy lady's doing. Right, today I am starting the cover for my butterfly junk journal I've been promising, because I've done lots of butterfly themed ephemera over the last few weeks and I want to bring it all together in a journal. Right, I'm going to try something here that it could go horribly wrong. It really could go horribly wrong because I might be completely wrong about what I'm going to do, but hey ho, we'll see. I'll be able to make something out of it. I'm going to stick my fabric to this Amazon envelope with acrylic paint. Yeah, now I know acrylic paint is it's really like, it is a bit gluey, isn't it? I once accidentally put something through my laminator to dry it that I'd done with acrylic paint, and I put a piece of paper on either side to protect it, and the paper stuck like glue and I couldn't get it off. But do we need heat to make acrylic paint stick? I really don't know. So do you know what? I'm just going to give it a whirl. I might have to get my heat gun on it. I don't know. But if you don't try, you don't know. And rather than try it on my own, I thought I'd bring you along with me. So I'm going to chop into this envelope for starters. Rather than, I know there's been a bit of a craze recently, hasn't there, for using packaging. You know, getting back to the roots of junk journaling. I'm trying to get my chopper here and it's stuck on some under the table. Here we go. Oh, I am a bit of a disaster really sometimes. So I'm just going to chop the edges. I'm only going to need one piece of this, one side. But I obviously need to cover this black up, or that black up, depending on which side I use. Oh, I did measure it first, just to let you know how big this envelope is that I'm using. This one is 13 3/4 by 9 3/4 inches, which is 35 by 25 centimetres. So to start, I'm just going to cut a smidgen off the edge each side, just so I'm separating the two halves. So this is where my chopper's not going to like me, but it'll do it. Will it? Oh, it didn't want to do it. Wowza. Tell you what, let's get scissors on it. Let's get scissors on it. Wow, yeah. Ooh. I really thought it would go through. I go through file folders all the time. But obviously it doesn't want to go through. It is rather thick, this. Oh yeah, it's going to make a nice sturdy cover, but leave it still flexible. Excuse me. Normally when I do these kind of journals, I will use just A4 card. Either a misprint or whatever, depending on the fabric I'm covering it with. Oh, this is hard work. Wow. I shouldn't be moaning really, should I? Oh, I've been in a moany mood today. Moaning at kids for not tidying up. Moaning at kids for not washing pots. But my moaning works. They cracked into action and got something done. I think they thought a week off school were going to be a week doing nothing. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, there we go. So, which side am I going to use? I think I'll try this one because it's got less yak. Oh, and that's got like the fold over piece on. Right, I shall now try again and stick this in my chopper. Right, I'm going to cut down. Can you see where there's like a fold where the envelope would expand? I'm going to cut down to there. I'm feeling that is going to make it the right size. Oh, I might be wrong. You never know. So will it fit in my chopper now? Oh, it's still a bit too long, so I'm going to have to cut this side down first. I'm just bending along that crease just so I can get it sort of straight in my trimmer. Right, will that fit now? Go on, fit. Oh, it does, just barely. So I'm going to do it again, cut it to where that foldy bit is. Right, I'm just going to measure this before I go chopping any more off it, just to make sure my height Right, what will it be if I cut to the fold a bit? It will be just over 8 inches. I think I maybe want it to be... I think I want the journal 8.5, so I'm not going to cut the last fold a bit off. I'm going to put that down so I don't lose fingers. I'm going to pop that on so I can measure. And I'm going to cut it to 8.5 inches high. Yeah, 8.5. Because I know A4 pages are like 8.25 high when you fold your A4 in half. So that's it. There we go. So we now have a piece of card that is, let's measure the widths. That's how wide my journal is going to be. I don't know how wide it is yet. It will be, oh, that is 12, it's exactly 31 centimetres, just under 12.25 inches. So, yeah, that's fine. It's going to be a one signature, by the way. So that'll give us like 6 inches either side-ish. Plus, we will lose some as it bends round the... Excuse me, I've really got a frog today. I'm going to have a drink of this tea my daughter so kindly made me. Yeah, I like that size anyway. I know that my A4 folder's going to fit in. And, yeah, it's going to be fine. Yeah, it will, don't worry. Right, and now I've got this fabric. It's some muslin fabric. It can be called muslin, calico, or even canvas. If you've ever had those wardrobes from IKEA or Argos, we've got IKEA all over the world. I don't know if Argos is just a UK thing. Those canvas ones, it's that kind of material. Yeah. I actually did have one of those and I used it up making journal covers. That's what got me on to using this because I liked it. Right. An old one, by the way. I didn't just like leave all my clothes naked in bedroom while I took all its alt cover off. Right, I'm not gonna be too precious about this. I'll give this fabric a bit of a, yeah, I've got it a bit of a liquid iron. I didn't go to town on it. I think other side is best ironed bit. I'm just gonna put my card on and I'm gonna roughly, I don't even know whether this muslin's straight. Sometimes it comes and the grain's not straight, but again, I'm just not gonna stress. I'm gonna cut it far bigger than I need, just to make sure we've got enough. I'm going to cut it. I'm even on camera cutting it. Am I heck? I'm going to cut there. And I just want to get this. It's got the selvage edge on. I never know which that is. And I'm going to rip that off. So first, I'm not cutting, I'm ripping. I'm going to rip not too fast, then it curls less. All these bits will get used. They're fabulous for clusters and little decorations. If you saw my video yesterday, I used quite a few scraps like this to make those little circle clusters. They were so much fun. I'll be honest with you, you know, after I'd finished them, I looked at them and I thought, are these really good or are they rubbish? I honestly didn't know. I think I was just so panicked with the time restrictions. Right, let's keep on ripping. Oh, having a rip-roaring time, aren't we? Yeah, normally I just use that heat and bond for my fabric journals. It's so quick and easy, but it can be a bit expensive, that heat and bond at times. And I know not everyone's got it, not everyone wants to get it. If you've not got Amazon Prime, the postage can be horrendous. So, yeah, I'm giving it a whirl with some glue. Plus, I was talking to Tania at Tatty Treasures about this. This is something she wants to do in the future, a soft cover journal, and she was asking me about different ways to glue it. And I thought, I'm just going to do one. Yeah, it's very wonky up there, that. But I'll just cut it off later. So that's for one side. I just want another piece now. That's not going to be... Oh, is it? Is it? Oh, is it? I think I can get away with that, can't I? That one piece folded. Fabulous. No, I can't because then I won't have enough edge over the card there. That will make me a smaller journal though, so I'm going to use another piece to get the bit for the front. You can even see any of this when I'm just wafting material around in front of the camera, aren't I? what is this silly woman doing, you're perhaps thinking. Right, so I'm just going to snip that in the same place I snipped the bottom one. Okay, I'm not fretting if they're not the same size. I can cut them down later. I might do some more ripping. I just feel sometimes this is the bit that gets overlooked when... I know when I started junk journaling and making things, I want to know every tiny little detail. I don't want the camera to stop and then you come back and say, oh, I've just cut that size and put it on here. Because I'm like, well, how did you do it? Did you have any problems? What did you cut it with? I want to know everything. So I'm going to show everything. And even if you already know how to do something and if you have your way of doing it, I think sometimes it's nice to just see how other people do it. Right, I've got my cardboard sandwiched in between two pieces. I want a good overlap everywhere, as I've said. So I'm now just going to come down to this bottom. I'm going to give it about, I'd say it's about 3/4 of an inch all the way around, but it doesn't have to be an exact number. And I'm snipping both at once. And I'm going to do some more rip roaring. Whee. I'm sorry if you can hear neighbour's lawnmower. The mowing lawn. Don't know fear I'm going to mow lawn. Yeah, kids are going to actually help me do the front garden. My neighbour does offer to do it, but it's a big job. We've got a much bigger garden than them and I feel really cheeky. So we're going to get a whirl tomorrow and cut edges as well. Not all the way down. I like my edges to look natural. I don't want no little square boxes on my garden, thank you very much. The back garden's just turning itself into a wildflower zone. We've got some wildflower seeds to scatter on that you can sow in May. So if we get them done before Tuesday, we're okay. I don't think it's like they're going to work if I do them tomorrow or Monday, but they won't work on Tuesday. I really don't know. Right, I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to chuck one of them to one side. I'm going to get some of these strings off because if I don't, I'll end up getting them between my cardboard and my paint. If this doesn't stick properly, I'm just going to go and sew on it. Yeah, I am. I'm just going to zigzag sew all over it. Well, not zigzag, just crazy sew. So I do have a plan B if this don't work. Right. So let's get started. Way. I'm going to go for it. I've just got cheap, nasty acrylic paint in a tube. This will probably from Poundland. I'm just going to... Oh, look at that already. That's a disaster already. Just wipe it on, woman. Get your baby wipes. I've left this paper on my desk as well. Then I can just take it off if I make a mess. That's just terrible, that. I don't think I can cope with all that painting lid. It'll go everywhere. So I'm going to have to clean my lid now. What it is, it's very thin, this paint. This might just not work at all. If it didn't work like this, maybe some paint and paint mixed, yeah. Paint and glue mixed. I really don't know. I'm just going on the basis of I put it through laminator and it's stuck like glue. Oh wow, I don't even know if we need that much. I've got an assortment of brushes for spreading. Got that one. Got that one. I've even got one of them. You know what comes when you dye your hair to do your roots? I never do roots. Let's try it. Oh wowzer, that spreads really good. Oh, I've put far too much paint on here. This could be an absolute disaster. Oh my god, I've got enough paint there to do it all. I'm going to grab a piece of card and just get rid of some of this paint because I've got too much. It'll end up drying at one side if I get the whole thing covered. Because my idea is just to cover part of it, stick the fabric... Why have I got fabric underneath still? Because I'm crazy, probably. I'm even going to lift it up so I can get right to edges without getting it on my paper. Because, yeah, the theory is this will cover the black writing up and it will stick. Who wouldn't like a 2-in-1 product? And this is amazing for spreading it out thinly. Who knew? It's been stuck in my brush pot for ages. Right, I'm just going to try that half first. Ooh, that's far too much. Yeah, put that down on there. Let's see what happens. Wish me luck. Is that about right? Let's hold it up to the light and see. Oh, we've got far more over one side than the other. Yeah, this, is it going to work? I have no idea. I've got that very wonky. Why didn't I think of putting the card down to the fabric so I could see? Oh, it seems to be sticking. It probably would stick if I put it down and left it there, wouldn't it? And didn't keep taking it off 26 times. Right, don't worry, be happy. Right. Do you know it seems to be sticking? Is this genius? Or folly? I have no idea. But if you don't try, you don't know. Maybe there's like 3,000 other people done this on YouTube and they're like, yeah, of course it works. We know that. We found that out like 27 years ago. Right, that seems to be sticking. So I'm going to go ahead and spread paint on the other side. It's not gone on as thick as I thought it might, so I'm hoping it still covers. That's better. Just a little bit of paint, woman. Don't go mad with it. You're not painting the Sistine Chapel. You're doing a piece of cardboard barely bigger than A4. Oh, it's coming out. Do you know, I don't know if it's running because it is very warm here today, actually. And I turned my fan off to do this video because it sounded like I got a tractor coming through craft room. I don't think it weren't the fan. I think it's what I got it stood on. I got it put on a load of boxes of fussy cut things, and it was just like rattling away. Do you know, I'm thinking this acrylic paint seems to dry a little bit slower than glue. I think this might be my new favourite way. Well, we need to see how it finishes, don't we? Don't get too... I'm struggling. I'm trying not to get it on there because I don't want to get rid of this piece of paper. But yeah, if the corner ain't stuck, we can always put a bit more on. And it's acrylic paint, it's white, it'll not really show up. Right, I'm going for it. I'm sticking it down. I can just see the tiny arrow through, but the other side looks good. But it's going to get covered up with other things, so dare I try and peel? That didn't want to peel off. Ooh. Do you know, I'm so happy with how that's gone and impressed with how it seems to have worked. I'm just going to go ahead and stick the other side. Then I'm going to pop it somewhere to dry. I don't know how long it'll take to dry. I could iron it. Would ironing it do it? I've no idea. But that seems to have stuck. White acrylic paint. Wow. I'm even going to do a whole bit in one go this time. Wait. Whoa. I've gone a bit mental there, haven't I, with that? Oh dear. Ooh, just spread it out. Oh God, this is so brilliant for spreading it. I think you can buy these separate as well. So if I decide not to clean it and ruin it, which I'm so good at. That's starting to dry where it's gone thin. It's not come through the fabric either, this. Put a bit more on. Go on, you can do it. Do it all in one go, woman. Save yourself some time in life. Yeah, I'm supposed to be getting this video done, then we're going to go off out for a walk this afternoon. It's nice weather. It's the holidays. We won't be going anywhere in particular. Theme park is like my kids' idea of worst nightmare. Rachel doesn't like the noise. Becca has been to one before, but I get the feeling it was a one-time thing. She went with school. And going somewhere where there's loads of people, again, it's their worst nightmare. Finally getting somewhere with something I've known for years but had no luck in getting any help with. Yeah, getting Rachel's on waiting list for a neurological assessment because, school think, she's autistic. I resisted saying no, Sherlock, when the Senko rang me up to discuss this. I'm like, oh yeah, you've noticed, have you? Finally. No, to be fair, the school are absolutely fantastic. She's in, she's in the academy now, which is secondary school. Primary school were worse than useless. Yeah, thought I would absolutely do Lally for even suggesting that she could be. But the thing now is the secondary school think both of them are autistic. So we're starting the process to get an assessment for Rebecca as well. But it's like heats for the Eurovision. We've got through the heats now with Rachel, and we're just waiting for the assessment, not to tell us if there is a problem, but to tell us what specifically the problem is. So yeah, but I made a decision 10 years ago to deal with Rachel as though she were diagnosed with some form of autism. Right, yeah, I wasn't going to mention that on YouTube, but I have. I sometimes think with things I say about them, print comments, you might wonder, what, kids are weird. No. And also, I was looking at Melina's channel yesterday when I did that, challenge, and I was reading and looking at bits and bobs, and her son has autism. He's autistic, whichever's the way to say it. And yeah, it has its plus points as well as its downside. I do think that we're going to get to a point where they'll declare autism as not, they'll just declare it as a different way of thinking, a different way of being, because that's all it seems to be. Right, I'm just smoothing this down. And do you know something? By golly, that seems to have stuck. I've got a tiny wrinkle there, but I'm not going to get hung up on wrinkles. That's usually where bits have not stuck 100%, but it's a junk journal. It's not. I'm not going for the perfectionism of a mini album. Right, I know I'm going to have to put some more at corners, but we'll do this one now. Whee. Right, that's it. It's done. It's stuck. So there's nothing else really I can do with this until that's dry. But what I will tell you is I have had no problem with that acrylic paint seeping through. And I suppose only time will tell how well it will stick. But I will be sewing around the edge. I think what I'll also do, when I mark where the centre's going to be for my spine, I might do a line of stitching either side of that. I don't know yet, I've not decided. So I can barely see that tick through. I can just barely see it, so that's really not going to worry me. We know the other side is completely blank, so I think I'll have that as the front of the journal. And then the inside, yeah, I'm not really bothered that I can see that through a little bit. It's a junk journal. Yeah. So, I hope you found that interesting. I know it weren't out anything pretty, but I hope it was something useful and informative. And yeah, I'm not going to say goodbye forever. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to come back and put a little bit on the end when this is dry to let you know how it went. So, bye for now. I'm back already. I'm a very impatient person. I've gone ahead and got my heat tool out and I'm going to get a blast. Yeah, I wouldn't have had to do this. This is stuck and this would be fine. But I'm impatient. I can't go away and wait an hour for this to dry. So I'm just giving it a blast everywhere. Yeah, I know for a fact it's glued with the laminator, which is heat. It was a hot lamination, by the way. Whee. Yeah, it were a while back. I'd done some, like, I'd just gone a little bit crazy making some backgrounds with acrylic paint. And again, I wanted it dry so I could, like, cut it up with my punches and make tags and things. And that's how I found out that acrylic paint sticks. I'm wondering if it is going to stick fabric permanently though. I keep trying to peel it off. I really don't want to peel off there. It will peel off if I peel it, if that makes any sense. But if I don't peel it, it doesn't seem to want to peel off. There's a few little spots where it's not stuck perfectly, but yeah, I'm not worrying. I have this thing, I don't like wrinkles, which is really weird because I never iron. My motto there is life's too short to be wrinkle free. But then if I get a wrinkle appearing on a junk journal, I'm like, oh, there's a wrinkle, the world might end. What on earth are we going to do? So I need to apply that philosophy of life's too short to be wrinkle free to my junk journals. Right, this seems to be drying really nice. And I'm going to go ahead and say this experiment has worked. Yes, it's not stuck like... it's not stuck like glue. It is stuck like glue. And I'm thinking, once I've sewn around this, it is going to be on there permanently. I'm not having any new wrinkles forming. If I wanted, where there is a wrinkle, I could peel it back and put a bit more glue on. But, yeah, I don't think I can be bothered. I just want to crack on and get it done. So, yes, I'm going to hail that a success. And I'm going to crack on with getting my signature together, which I will be back with on my next video. So, yeah, can you stick fabric to card with acrylic glue? It seems you can. And I'm saying, yes, that's a thumbs up. We did it. And it's killed two birds with one stone, as they say. Yeah, we've covered some of the black up so it doesn't show through. And we've stuck it. So, thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you next time with some actual butterflies. Thank you. Bye.